what Pity's been up to.
How much time has passed since like end of the first session and end of the second session?
Like half a day.
Okay, so that's not too bad. Uh, I'll say that PD was probably with Lara. So Lara Lara's in really bad shape. She thought this was her time. It wasn't. She always thinks it's time for her to pass away. Uh, and yeah, I don't know if there's any connection I can make between something that happened in the session and what I did. So I'll just like wait and see.
Okay. Cool. So, I mean, you can still be with Laura, you know, as we're getting, I guess we can just sort of pick up where we left off, maybe with the expedition party getting back.
Sure. So that's you and me and Adita, and I know that Adita was like fond of getting high on the rooftops, and I think that we probably like really put them out to have to go out
So
into the wasteland to do all of this, and at I don't know if it was at great personal expense for them, but I don't know. Bethany, was there anything that you wanted to like fill in on like on the Lark Adita like exchanges of stuff? Is there anything that we want to like build off from any of that?
No, except that we do have Domino with us.
Oh, we do have Domino with us. So what do we want to do with Domino? Do we want to introduce Domino to I think we want to take Domino to Mischa, right?
Okay. Are we going to I assume we're going to Finch's workshop since that's where that's who sent us out.
Oh, we can, but I know how much Finch doesn't like to be like interrupted when they're working. I know that they were working on something really important. I actually can't remember what they were working on.
I think they were mostly waiting for us to get back impatiently. I have an idea.
Oh,
I don't think Finch would be super enthusiastic about Domino showing up in their workshop while they're trying to work. So maybe Robyn can go like give Finch all the parts, and Lark can show Domino like I don't take them to the birdhouse or something since it's right there.
Okay, cool. Do you wanna go first, or would you like me to?
I can go first. So, oh God, okay. I know what happens here. So I think we see Lark and Domino, and Lark has an oar that they're kind of using as a cane, which is really awkward because oars are really long. But they kind of go over to the birdhouse, and Lark is saying like, "Oh, hey, this is where a lot of us sleep. Not on the first floor; it's flooded. But you know, anything above that, there's a bunch of empty rooms. You could just take one. It's fine." And
this is all really nice. Like, oh man, you don't know what I've been spending time in recently.
No, I do know. Well, I don't know what your circumstances were like, but I've spent a lot of time out there too.
Yeah,
and
I just you get so hungry and so thirsty, you know?
Yeah.
So lonely.
I've always been pretty lucky with fishing, but yeah, some days there's nothing. But I don't think anybody will mind if you're here. I don't know how long, or if I have zero authority in this place, but you know, I don't think anybody will mind if you stay for a few days at least. And I open the door and like slash through the 3 or 4 inches of water on the floor, and then just kind of stop and look up at the stairwell and just like, no.
Yeah.
And just look completely defeated.
And he thanks you and heads up. You notice as he goes that he's like kind of wincing every other step, like he's in pain, but he goes and like manages the stairs fine.
Oh, I yell up at him, hey, can you let my dog out?
Yeah, sure. Of course.
It's the 3rd floor, the second door on the left. You'll probably hear her scratching at the door.
Got it. Listen, thanks again. Really, I don't know what I would have done if, well, just thanks.
No problem. And I just like sit down on about the 3rd floor up where I can get my feet out of the water. I'm like, oh, I guess I'm not staying in the birdhouse for a few days because there is no way I'm climbing those stairs right now.
And the dog comes down the stairs real fast.
Yeah, I think we can just leave it there where the dog catches up. It's probably jumping all over Lark.
Muddy paw prints.
Yeah. See what's up with Finch and Robyn.
Robyn has like, we didn't establish like the size or whatever of this stuff that I was bringing back. So I assume that it's like a small case or something that I'm gonna have to open up and figure out how to either like mount to something or plug into something.
I'll do all that.
Oh no, that's hang on. None of that. Hang on. But as far as the parts, like I think that I like tried to make like a sketch of it or something when we went out. So when I come back in, like you hear this like thunk outside of your workshop as I'm like setting this big heavy thing down. And I come in and like I'm like holding it up in front of the paper and I'm like, I think I got it.
I kind of rush over to you and like take it and check it and like, oh Jesus, well, that didn't take you very long.
And like I like if you go to like grab for it, I'm like, oh, hang on.
No, don't you know, Robyn?
No. This is for Lark. We need to help them, and I'm glad that you see things that way too, because they're fantastic. I'm glad that they're here.
Sorry, who?
The one with the leg. You've been doing some work.
The leg, yeah, sure, yeah.
No, you should talk to them sometime because they're really great. Might need some work on the other leg too, but I think Adita got that taken care of. I think you should probably ask them. But
if it's not mechanical, I can't do much.
Well, I mean, it's not mechanical yet. I don't know. I think that they'll be. I think that they'll be okay. I think that they'll be okay. I mean, I'm you know, when you sent us out on a job to find something, I found something. We've got it, and so you can get right to work. I have a small favor that I'd love to ask. Since I got this for you right away, I know how excited you are to be able to get to work on this thing. It's for a person, but this I know how excited you are. but I would really, really appreciate if you could finish getting things taken care of for Pity. I don't know how long it's going to take you to do that. I mean,
Oh, that's done. I've been working on that since you guys left.
You're already done? That's even better. Yeah, no, well, can I see it?
I hold out my hand. Trade you.
Yeah, I'll hold it out and take a look at this thing, and it turns on. There's words on it. This is the best.
It does. It's a lot dimmer than it was before.
Oh, but is this the kind that you can see even in natural light? It doesn't have a
no,
a backlight or something, or is it a backlight? Oh, okay.
Or whatever. But it looks like it works. It functions.
Oh, this is gonna be so good. This is perfect. This is perfect. Thank you so much. When should I send Lark over? Does it come off? I don't remember.
No, I gotta actually fix it first. I can't do anything if they're no. Give me I don't know. Do we want to work in the time skip here? Give me a couple days.
We might
give me a couple days.
Yeah. Okay. We might swing back to that. Because I definitely have another stop on my whirlwind tour of the birdhouse, but I need to ask Joao something. I don't know where Pity stays.
I think I'll just say that Pity stays in the birdhouse, but maybe they stay in a corner where no one likes to stay. They're kind of they like being isolated because of reasons.
Do you have an idea what those reasons are, Pity?
Yeah, the reasons are related to what I'm thinking is going to happen next. Sometimes they're having some backlashes from the Psychic Maelstrom, and they don't want people to see that happening. They want people to see them as this quiet oracle.
So when I come and see you, Pity, you said that you're with Laura right now. Is that right?
Yeah. So right now, Pity is not at their usual hole. They're at Laura's place.
Okay.
Which might conveniently be at the birdhouse too, since it's
sure.
a place of the apartment building we have.
Right. Okay. So I'll come up to Laura's then, and I'll kind of rap at the door, and I'll just kind of call out special delivery.
Okay, Pity, Laura has just fallen asleep. So Pity gets up very quietly and opens the sliver in the door. It's what's up?
So from behind my back, I just kind of pull out the tablet. The light on it is on, and whatever is across the status bar on the top, I'm not sure that I can read it, but you can you can make it out, and you can see that the battery indicator is lit up and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, any chance you want to go for a walk?
And Pity looks back inside the room, and it looks back. Sure. They open the door very quietly, lock it, not close it. And, yeah.
And I think Robyn will take you up to the take you up to the roof, so she's got the tablet in one hand, and she picks up this big metallic case with the other, and we're like we're climbing the stairs up to the roof, and like I ask, like as we're walking up, like I'm still holding on to this thing as though it's like not even a question like where this thing belongs, because apparently it is a point of leverage for me. But what I want to ask you is like how's Lara doing? What does she need?
Well, I think all she needs now is time. I don't think we can do anything for her here. I'm just trying to make her passing as calm as it can be.
Would it be easier for her to be awake, or would it be easier for her to rest right now?
Well, she's in a lot of pain when she's awake. So and she takes a long time to get to sleep. So if you think you got anything that could help her sleep, I think that would be very helpful.
I am going to spend a token on supplies that no one knew that I had. And so those supplies are like, of course we've like the pharmacies and whatnot have been raided, but one of the things that I've tried to keep is like a small roll that shows like this pill with these glyphs on them means this, and so like I open up a pill bottle and I'll say this might only be enough for a week or so, but it might help. And then so I'll give those to you, and then like as we get up to the roof, like I'll kind of sit down and start like unbuckling and like opening up this case, and say, so what about D? How are they doing?
Well, I'm sure that they're going to be a lot better after I get my hands back on that.
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned it. Because I have a feeling, Pity, that you have been. I know that you've been hiding out. I know that you've got like a lot of responsibilities right now, and some of those responsibilities you've had to like exercise your brain a lot since you haven't been able to read stories to D, and like I know what it's like to take care of someone, and bless you for doing that, but I think you're holding out on me. I'm not sure why. Tell me a story, Pity. Tell me a story. Tell me a story about what you know about me.
I guess I could say the same things you said about me. I know you have many roles to fulfill here in our community, and you've been doing that really well. And sometimes you're a little bit heavy-handed with your whenever you're providing to someone.
Oh, pity. See, I think this is the problem. I think that D likes to hear stories one way, but I think that you could probably tell me a story in a very different way. And I'm going to use your lure to invite you to use your psychic gifts on me, because that is the that's the storytelling medium that maybe the problem is one of translation. Maybe that's the issue.
Okay, so Pity looks at Robyn with kind of a dead eyes like this, and then they close their eyes for for a bit. And I know you just gave me a token, but I think I'm gonna get another one.
Oh, I thought I get the token for.
Oh, you get the token?
Yeah, when
Okay.
someone invites you to use your psychic gifts on them.
Yeah, you get a token. Yep. Yeah, I'm getting a token from my weak move.
Yes.
Temporarily lose control of your psychic abilities.
Oh, good.
So Pity closes their eyes and tries to look into Robyn's future. And they're quiet for a while, and all of a sudden their head jerks back, and they start shaking. And I'd like whoever's playing the Psychic Maelstrom to tell me what's happening.
I don't think anyone has that now.
No one has it right now. Does anyone have an idea and want it?
Yeah, someone who's not in the scene, right?
Right. I can take it. That'll work. Okay, so let me find it here. So it showed you how you were going to die before. What else have you used the Psychic Maelstrom to see, like recently?
Like right now, Pity's kind of paranoid about their fate, because their death is doesn't seem like it could happen here. So it and like for it to happen, a lot of other things need to happen, and they're very paranoid and anxious about those next steps.
Okay.
And I think they don't know exactly how they ended up there, but they see their death. They're tied to a kind of bed, and they seem to be in a kind of a clinic lab kind of environment, and they're being held against their will, or maybe being experimented on or something like that.
I just want to make sure that it's not Finch's. Oh no. Do you bring me into the Psychic Maelstrom with you when you're doing this?
Well, I lost control, so whoever's playing the Psychic Maelstrom can tell us.
Yep, true.
So I don't know. I kind of wanted to get a feel for what it's done to you before. So I'm gonna do the same thing as last session when Lark experienced this sort of flashback, and everyone else around them also did. And what is a time that you had a similar feeling to that terror, that you thought you were going to die but didn't? Since the Psychic Maelstrom seems super interested in that lately.
I want to say that Pity has been like waking up in the middle of the night, and they have what feels like a heart attack. It could be just a panic attack or something like that, and maybe it's fed by all this paranoia. But like, yeah, they think like let's say like they started hiding because they started waking up in the middle of the night and they're paralyzed and they can't move and they feel pain everywhere. And every time this happens, they think they're gonna die.
That's awful. So, Robyn, you just experienced waking up and feeling like you're gonna die.
Yeah, I think that as I'm seeing this and feeling it, like I think that I'm waking up in my room and feeling this, right? And the I think that so my room being in the birdhouse and Finch's lab being there, and like feeling this in my chest, like what I'm hearing are like the sounds of surgery from like both echoing like what Pity has been feeling. But I know I'm not playing the Psychic Maelstrom, but you asked, so I'm gonna give it to you. But also like echoing what just happened to Mischa, having the pacemaker replaced, and so it's like it is. Yeah, it's both being like torn out of sleep by the feeling, but it's more like coming out from under anesthesia, and so when I look down, I see that like my chest cavity is open, and I freak out. Oh, that's bad. I hate it.
Yeah, I hate it too. That's terrible and awesome. And wow, we seem to have a theme going that's just like, yeah.
And Pity, have you turned on the e-reader yet?
Well, not right now because there's this whole thing happening, but that's the next thing. Well, I don't think Robyn has given it to me yet.
Yeah, I think that it's probably like it's probably like clattered to the roof that we're sitting on. Oh, I'm gonna break the stupid screen of this thing. I'm so sorry. I said that and my phone literally fell out of my pocket. Ugh.
And while Robyn is experiencing this, what's happening to Pity? Like, is Pity also feeling the same, or?
Yeah, I think so. But like, you're aware that this is memory. You're. It's like a lucid dream for you.
Mm-hmm.
Robyn has no idea what's going on.
Okay, cool. And do I know she is feeling this, or I'm just like lost in my own?
That's a good question.
I think that there are definitely screams coming from the roof of the birdhouse. It is not subtle.
So you actually went home and then experienced this, Robyn, or?
Oh no! Like the this is just like the way that the vision is coming through.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure I hadn't missed something. Cool. And you know the vision ends, and it's like waking up from a very vivid nightmare, and you are both standing there shaken and having just like had this awful experience at the same time.
Like I feel it like at my chest, and I see that I have not been operated on, and like I realize that it is daylight. I am not in my room. I'm here on the roof with Pity, and I stumbled towards them and just like apologize and go to wrap my arms around them and just like break down up here on the roof, while the e-reader is like sitting cracked like 5 feet behind me. And I don't know if Pity is returning the embrace or like looking over my shoulder, but in the moment I don't care.
Pity is doing both. They're like hugging Robyn, like holding Robyn and looking down. And then like they're gonna wait until Robyn calms down. And when they like let go of Robyn, they look at her face and say, "This is what happens when you want to know too much about the future, Robyn."
Oh, I'm so sorry that I asked.
And then they'll like crouch and check the tablet e-reader, see if it still works.
Awesome.
Well, it's broken.
It is broken?
It is broken. It was dropped on concrete.
That's true.
Stupid digital realm. Even in the future, nothing works.
You can see, like the screen is cracked, and you can't. The light has gone out, but it flickers for a second, just like on and off. And you see in the corner this light or like red circle, like an alert that there is a Wi-Fi network it is trying to connect to.
And this is, I guess,
and then the screen
first
goes
time
dark.
that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I'll grab it and then look to Robyn again and say, maybe you want to bring this back to Finch and tell them there's something terribly weird going on. Tell them this has had for a brief moment a Wi-Fi connection. Though Finch will know what that means if you don't. In case you don't.
And so I'll take it from you and tuck it in in my waist behind my back, and I need to just sit down up here for a few minutes and recollect myself. Do we want to switch to the Lark Mischa scene?
Yeah, so after concluding that they can't actually stay in the birdhouse unless they want to stay on the flooded first floor, I think Lark goes to the only building that's actually on dry land, which would be the cafeteria. And Mischa, you I think I knock on the door.
I think there's no answer. I think the doors are probably glass. That's kind of how I was imagining it. So maybe you knock on it and see that you don't see any movement and kind of look in a little bit further, and then you can kind of see Mischa sitting at the far end of the room. And it's probably starting to get dark, so it's kind of in some shadowed area in the back of the cafeteria.
Yeah, so I knock again and wave and try to get your attention, and then eventually give up and actually just open the door. And I come in, leaning on. I think I've found a stick or something, so it's not an oar this time. And you can hear the like clump of the stick on the tile floor, or maybe you can't. And I'm trying to make a lot of noise because I don't want to startle you.
So yeah, Mischa hears you coming up and looks up, and you see that Mischa's sitting in a chair with a cup of something holding in her hands. And as you get closer, you see that her face is kind of tear streaked. She just looks up at you. Lark, it's good to see you.
Hi. What's wrong? And I think, like, I don't know how much you notice in the dim light, but yeah, I mean, Lark just looks like shit. They're like their clothes are covered with mostly dried blood, and like their face is almost gray. They're limping on what should be their good leg. And just the dog runs in and, like, just as it brushes past them, it almost knocks them over. And I think as Lark is saying, what's wrong? What's wrong? The dog just starts, like, runs into the kitchen, nose to the floor, and starts barking its head off at the freezer.
I think Mischa would probably ignore the dog, seeing, once you come close enough that she can see you, and just says, "Oh my God, Lark, what happened?"
Apparently this is just not my month. Hyenas?
You never should have gone.
It's not a long story, but it's a stupid story. No, you're right. I shouldn't have. Or I don't know. We had Adita, and it was me and Robyn, and we should have been a lot more prepared. You're right. It was a stupid thing to do, and I thought that many times while I was sitting in the truck cab. What's wrong?
It's fine. Please sit down. I'm gonna get you cleaned up. And she just rushes off to boil some water to clean you up and get some clean clothes, her own clothes to bring to you.
Yeah, and I kind of limp in and, like, look at, like, the dog, like, would you shut up? What's wrong? Robyn, or not Robyn, Mischa, is there something in the freezer?
There isn't, right?
No.
Okay.
There isn't.
Right. Okay. No. There's nothing in the freezer. It doesn't work. We don't keep anything in there.
Okay, yeah, I know. Just what is your problem? The dog, and finally, like, kind of pulls the dog out of the kitchen and closes the kitchen door. And, like, just the struggle of, like, pulling the dog out is kind of like they're just kind of, like, leaning against the wall, like, that was too much work, and go and sit down, and, like, so I think we're both having a wonderful day today, huh?
Yeah, well, there's good days and bad days. Hopefully tomorrow will be a good day, right?
Yeah. Look, I don't... I'm going to ask one more time, and then I'm going to stop prying, all right? Are you sure you don't want to tell me what's wrong with you?
Students did something very stupid today, and Lark, I got really angry with them, and I regret it. And I don't know how I'm gonna fix this problem that they've caused, but anyways, we'll work it out. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Teenagers can be dumb. What did they do that?
Well, you know, they've been, hanging out with Adita, and God knows what they've been teaching those kids. And they just went out there into the open waters and got themselves in a bunch of trouble. But
Are they okay?
yeah, they're fine. They're fine. But
okay.
I just wish that they'd stay away from Adita. He's no good.
I can't imagine Adita would have told them to go out there. She's always.
I don't know if they did, but I think they're just stirring up trouble. We need to just stick around here and work on what we have here. You know, you guys went out there, and now look at you. There's nothing but pain out there.
You're not wrong. What kind of trouble are we talking about?
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. I'm gonna figure it out. Don't worry.
You know, there's an entire enclave of people who would love to help you if you told them what was wrong.
Sometimes you just have to take responsibility.
All right. I said I wasn't going to cry anymore, and I won't.
Here, I'm gonna make you some tea, and you get changed into these clothes. You're gonna feel a lot better once we get all this blood off of you.
Yeah, thanks. Sorry, I came to ask you, is there a corner I can sleep in or something? I can't climb the stairs in the birdhouse. How stupid is that? I went all the way out there and made it all the way back, defeated by the stairs.
Sorry, Lark, that sounds awful. Of course, there's loads of space around here.
Thanks.
I do want to say, Mischa, that you probably do notice that strange, like, ozone smell to Lark's blood.
I think I have some idea. At this point, Mischa has some ideas about what's going on with Lark, so it's not totally unexpected, maybe.
Yeah. I forgot what I was going to say next.
I think Mischa would, make you tea, clean you up. I think Mischa would have also sent out one of her students just to run around the compound telling everyone that there was going to be a family dinner in the cafeteria tonight.
That sounds nice. Do you need any help?
Yes, Lark. I'd love some help in the kitchen.
Okay.
Can you peel potatoes?
Yes, I can peel potatoes. Just don't ask me to fry anything. I I burn everything. I can chop and peel just fine.
It's going to be soup tonight. No problem.
All right.
Cool. That's scene?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay. So I think up on the roof, like I've opened up this this case, and like the whole thing like seems like it folds out and has like a tripod stand on the inside of it, and I'm trying to figure out like exactly what is supposed to happen with this, and it is not clicking for me. And so like I've tried folding it back up, and like 2 or 3 times I try to fold the legs back in, and like the stupid thing just won't go back together the same way that it came apart. And so like I have it like mostly folded back together, but like I kind of have to just like tuck it under my arm so it doesn't just like spill all out. And I so I pick up the tablet, and like I start coming down the stairs. And so like I set this thing that's like that's half open down outside of your workshop, and like where I was like all smiles and like very excited to do business, like I've come in very sheepishly now. What is Finch like? What's going on with like the work that Finch is doing with? Are you working on Lark's leg? I didn't follow if Lark left it here and was just like hobbling around on. Okay.
I think
cool.
you. Oh wait, no. You just brought me the things to fix it. I don't have the leg itself. So
Really?
I'm just dismantling whatever it was you brought me, the
Okay.
pieces of things. But like I look up when you come in, and like I see the thing you're carrying, and I think something actually just like falls out of my hand. Where did you get that?
Is that super important? Look, we had a problem with this. These don't fall very well, unfortunately. It turns out. Pity told me to say something about was it a Wi-Fi? You wanted to connect to something.
Can you put that down?
And like I set it like using both hands. I set this down like gingerly on one of Finch's operating tables.
Where did you get this?
What, this from Pity? Oh, that?
Where did you find this in the wastelands?
No. Look.
And like as I'm talking, I'm putting it together much more competently than you, I think.
Sure.
Like it just kind of snaps into place, and
right.
it kind of, I don't know, I'm imagining some sort of like satellite, but for something else.
Yeah, I don't know. Robyn definitely doesn't know what it is.
Like a radio tower, but it does more stuff because it's from the future.
Right. But like as you're opening it up, Robyn's like, listen, look, I can explain. Robyn or Lark was hurt, and we got separated, and I lucked into the right place at the right time, and I didn't even have to like trade anything to get the parts that I brought back for Lark's leg. They just said, bring this thing back, and like if we want to keep doing commerce with them, then I could bring coffee or whatever up there. But they just said, take this back and set it up. And now I guess I don't know what it is. Is that bad? Like it hasn't made any noises or anything.
Finch is not hearing any of this. I am way too involved in setting this thing up. And then like just as you ask, is that bad? A light comes on, like a green light, and then it flashes, and like another one comes on.
Wait, is that bad?
Ha! Look! Look at that!
What does that mean?
It means it works. Christ. Okay, I need to hook some things up. Give me okay, just stay out of my way. And I'm like attaching wires and things, and I think we start hearing noises coming from the screens that I have around the room, like static and voices. Probably we hear a part of Mischa's conversation with Lark, just like snatches of words, and then I'm like fiddling with things, and we get like some full sentence. What is that sentence that we get, Mischa?
You hear Mischa just kind of, I think you hear the sentence where Mischa was just like, some days are good and some days are bad.
Ben, do you want to just take the digital realm then for this scene?
Sure, that makes sense. Okay, well, carry on. I think that's what you hear is just a snippet of that conversation.
Okay, Robyn, I've been working on this. It's like you have to set up multiple points or it doesn't fit together properly, but this is the internet.
The hell is the internet?
It's sharing information. It's connection to people across the globe, potentially. Like not now. There have to be networks set up in place, and we can't lay the wires or having even enough satellite to still in place, but this could change everything.
Wait, how do they bring you things through that, though?
Do you mean the Mischa? I've installed I don't know, the router thing, something. Oh shit. No. It's fine. It works, okay? That's all that matters. Oh, this is great. Okay.
I was so worried you were going to be upset about this. This is
I think
I just didn't know what you think about people like me bringing this from the outside.
Look,
but like, I'm glad
the
you're excited.
diametric opposite of the void out there, okay?
That sounds like a dare, Ben.
It's at that point that you're kind of like tuning the frequencies a little bit, and you get this other sound of voice coming through, and it's kind of like halfway through, but what it sounds like is someone talking, expositing about the new markets that are being set up and how they're going to change the way the people live outside of the society intact, and how they're going to bring much more comfort and joy to the awful lives of the people that are living out in the void and such like that. It's something like a infomercial that's kind of talking about how these markets are going to bring life to the savage wastes of the void and stuff like that.
And I think Finch is hearing the voices, but like I'm not listening super close. And I miss like horrible lives, savage wastes, all the bad parts, basically. And I turn to Robyn, just like this look of glee on what of my face you can see.
Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what I could trying to figure out if I have any moves that would make sense here. I'll just say it's a shame I can't see you smiling under that.
And I come over to you and just like hug you and sort of like spin you around a little bit. Okay, you brought me like some good shit, but this, Robyn, I know I owe you a lot. Shit, okay. Thank you.
Little favor then?
Name it.
And I point over to the busted ass tablet again.
I
Sorry.
literally just
What did Pity
that.
say? What did Pity say though? Like it does a Wi-Fi. What is that? They said you'd know what that means. What does that mean?
That's it must yes. It's all coming together. Okay. That's the internet.
Oh, I hope Finch doesn't miss dinner. Oh, that's gonna be such a bummer.
I'm definitely going to miss it.
Oh no.
Look at that weak mood there. We haven't heard anything from Pity for a bit.
Yeah. I just wanted to say that as simultaneously as you were setting this thing up, Pity was still sitting at the rooftop, like wondering on what just happened between them and Robyn. And when this whatever router starts working, I'm gonna spend one token to use my psychic gifts with artful precision, and Pity has a quick vision, and as immediately as the router turns on, Pity sees like a bunch of people like dressed like they're not living in a marsh, like they're nicely dressed with like latest style or whatever in a very shiny building, and they're what Pity sees is that they see us, like they see our enclave, and they know where we are, and the vision just fades, and Pity has this idea in their mind that they know where we are. And what I mean by that is that when we got connected to the internet, someone else know more or less where we are located.
Oh, I feel like someone should pick up the Psychic Maelstrom, and I think that because I said that, it should probably be me, but I want to ask a question about this. So, so this is the fortune telling psychic gift. Is that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So what are the? Sorry, did you say what the people who are who are seeing us or whatever? Did you see what they're what they're dressed in or?
Yeah, I said they were dressed like in the latest like style, and they looked clean, like they looked like they live in a civilized place.
Okay. So what do the people of how do the people of the birdhouse experience what's happening up there? Like what's the no, there we go. It's so the people in the birdhouse feel that sense of being watched from who knows where, like just that getting that chill on the back of your neck for no apparent reason, but Finch feels it and Robyn feels it. Lark is over in the Domino feels it. Oh no. Oh, and it probably, I wonder if it wakes up Lara. Oh, that's awful. I'm sorry, I said it, so now it happened.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Okay, that was it. Basically, like PD knows something's up, and like they know more than the other people in the Enclave about the extent of this threat. But like no details. Like they don't know exactly if that's related to the internet machine thing or yeah.
Bear, your description of your wares.
Well, what did I put? That was like weeks ago. I mean, it is artful. Just saying. All of the worst stuff was digital, so this is definitely artful. Getting it on magnetic tapes.
All right, so we open at dinner.
Okay, so we're all in the cafeteria, I guess, except Finch.
Yep. If anyone came to got me, they would notice that the jet ski has been cannibalized.
No! Oh, shit, Finch.
So we see the cafeteria. It's nighttime. We've assembled a whole bunch of cafeteria tables into like one long banquet table. The whole enclave is present mostly. Also missing is my student Tyrus, who I ostracized last session. They decided not to show up. I think we're lit by candlelight. So it's just very moody. Maybe there's like a tape recorder hooked up to some portable speakers playing some kind of music. I'm not sure what we're into. And Mischa and Lark and a few of Mischa's students have spent the day making like big pots of thick, warm soup for everybody. I think maybe we've got a few like bottles of wine or something that we open now and again. We each can have like a cup or something. So we're pouring wine for everybody. Everybody's sitting down. Kind of Mischa's there pouring soup into bowls and like passing them down along the line of the banquet table. And once all the soup is passed out and everybody's kind of expectantly waiting, Mischa just kind of addresses them all. Thank you all so much for coming. These dinners are so important for us. If we want to be a community, then these little rituals together are paramount. And we've all been through some hard times in the last few days. And I just want to remind you all that we have everything we need right here. This community is beautiful and we all make it something amazing. So please just be careful. Don't put yourselves in situations that might endanger yourself, and think about this community before deciding how you're going to live your lives.
If I can interrupt here for just a second.
Mm-hmm.
As you're speaking, you hear that it might be the same voice, might be different. You can't really tell. In your head, male though, for sure. And he's speaking like half in code. There are a lot of numbers in there. He mentions boats, teams of people.
Yeah, so when Mischa's kind of in the middle of her speech, she starts hearing these voices, and it's that thing when you're getting echo when you're like on Skype and you're hearing yourself talk or whatever, and you just hear her start to stumble over her words a little bit and just kind of shake her head. So anyways, thank you for being here, and enjoy the soup and the wine. And I think Robyn has some of his, more strong beverages once you're done with that wine. Thank you.
so happy to be volunteered. Thank you. I think that Goose from down at the end of the table just like rolls their eyes at that. Now Goose has been on screen.
Who is Domino sitting next to?
Yeah, to answer that, probably next to either Lark or Robyn, right? Since he, as much as he knows anybody, it's them.
Yeah, right. Let's say Lark then, since he you led him to the birdhouse and like kind of showed him around a little bit.
Okay.
And you guys are both new. Yeah, he's looking not great, like actually properly ill. He hasn't eaten anything yet, but he's looking a little green.
Yeah. I think eventually I noticed this and I turned him like, hey, it's okay, you can eat it, it's fine. Are you
No, it's not.
You allergic to something or?
I haven't eaten anything yet. I don't know, I wasn't feeling great on the boat ride over here. I don't know. I might have eaten something or I don't feel good.
Oh. I just kind of look around and
he vomits on your lap.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm real sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. Damn it. Where's Finch is the only one with any sort of medical knowledge, right?
Well,
technically, Adita does.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think as I see, I think that I'm like just like across the table and like maybe like a seat or two down, and I see Domino do this, and I think that was Lara well enough to come to the dinner? Because I'm curious whether D would be here like on their own or like how attached to you Pity D is.
D would be here. I'll say that I went on my way here. I passed by Lara's place and gave her one of those sleeping pills, so she's out. But D is around. But we have an agreement that they don't talk to me, like unless we are doing a scene or something like that.
Gotcha. Would it be okay if D is also sitting next to Robyn and just like making like intimations of like so you're gonna get that taken care of, right? You're gonna get that taken care of, right?
Fine. Yeah, they just have like they avoid like Pity and D still have like interactions, but it's just like very awkward whenever it happens because they try to not break the deal.
Okay. So I think that like I was already looking for like an out for who I'm sitting next to. And then I see this situation on the other side of the table, and like I get up and like go and like find like a towel or something to help Lark clean up with, and I'll
on the way over to wherever you're going, you notice in one of the windows there's landed a very large black bird.
Probably nothing. So I'll get a towel for Lark and like go and like help Domino up and just be like, Mischa, I'm gonna take him up to the the bean bags and just let him like chill out for a little bit. Like I'll take care of him. And so I give him like a little towel or something so he can like just wipe off his face. And
yeah, he does like this throwing up doesn't seem to have made him feel any better.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna help him. I'm gonna help him upstairs.
As you pass that bird again, tell me what about it makes you realize what about it is wrong in a society intact way.
Oh, in a society intact way. So it has something. It has like has one of those tags around its ankle. Like it's an animal that is like tracked for research purposes. And there is like there's like a small like LED on it that blinks, and as like I only just like, maybe it's coincidence or something, but when the LED blinks is when the bird's eyes blink. And whatever, I just helped Domino up the up the stairs, up to the up to where the coffee ritual took place previously. I don't know how personally Mischa will take that.
It's fine. I think Mischa would follow you probably.
Okay.
And as you both get there, Mischa would just kind of like pull Robyn aside a little bit, just a little bit of ways, and kind of speak quietly, like, what's wrong with this new one?
Well, he came from outside, and he seemed like he had, the same kind of, I don't know. He seemed rough, and that's kind of how Lark felt. Lark seemed when they came in, and seemed like the right thing to do to try and help him, and I don't know what to do.
Well, Robyn, you could have first brought him to see me when you got back. That would have been great.
Look, he needed to rest, and apparently he needs more or something. I don't know. Look, I had things that I needed to take care of too, so just like, get off my back about it. But like, he's here now and he needs help now, so what are you going to do about it? And I'm laying him down on a beanbag as I'm like yelling about him like he's not here. Yeah.
Okay, Mischa would reach out her hand to Domino. Hi, I'm Mischa. This is my Enclave.
Bullshit, Mischa. I heard what you said downstairs. Which one was bullshit? That one or the other one? Ah. She's like this with everyone. Ignore her.
Thank you, Robyn. Thank you very much.
Well,
What's your name?
we all have lots that we can offer to the Enclave, obviously. So
it's Domino. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
Don't worry about it, Domino. You're gonna be fine. We'll get you some help. Robyn, why isn't Finch here?
Hand and like thanks you profusely a couple more times.
Robyn, where's Finch?
And like now I'm like immediately recognizing that, oh yeah, Finch was definitely not at the table. Also, like I don't know if I've ever seen Finch eat soup. It's very strange. It's a very strange ritual for them to choose to take part in or not take part in. But I don't know. I brought something back and they were looking at it. I probably just got lost in it like they always do.
Brought something back from where?
Yeah, from outside. Same as any other trip into the wasteland.
Okay. I think I need to know more. What happened while you were out there?
Well, let's see. There was the thing where your old friend's leg almost got bitten off. Does that part count? Did you talk to her about, or did you talk to them about that? That seems like an important thing. Why is this all about? Why are you making this about me? What did I do to piss you off so much? I'm taking a token.
Robyn, it's not about you. Please, just tell me what happened out there.
No, seriously, how have I earned your character's ire?
Oh, sorry. What was the move?
Ask, how have I earned your character's ire?
Look, Robyn, I'm just sick and tired of people putting our Enclave in danger. And this just sounds like another complication. I don't know what Finch is up to, but whatever it is that you brought back, please tell me about it.
Well, it's and I show the dimension of it. And it's I guess like some legs come out of it. It's standing up. It's blinking green. Finch was super excited about it, and they said it was like the internet.
God.
I think this is where I just come up with a cup of water for Domino, and
he takes it gratefully, like drinks a few sips and throws up again.
That was meant to help, not hurt. Sorry.
It helps get the taste out of my mouth.
That's what it's. Yeah, that's what it was for. And I think I just stand there and try to be unobtrusive and listen to the rest of this conversation.
I have to go. Lark, can you please just look over Domino? I'll be back. I'll be back in just a little bit. And she just quickly leaves.
Yeah. Okay.
Mischa is gonna head over to Finch's place.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that PD is observing that happening, and they're gonna follow Mischa, but kind of hiding. Like they want to see what's going on. Like they think there's something off.
A bird passes by overhead. Probably nothing. So the jet ski has been dragged up onto the dirt past the dock, and has been like opened up, and there's clearly a lot of it missing. There's things kind of just scattered on the ground. The casing is just completely gone. There's a note on the door says, I'm busy, go away. Unless you have something for me, Robyn.
That's what the note says?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Mischa will come up and without knocking, she'll try the door. Is it locked?
It is locked.
Okay. She bangs on the door. No, she knocks. She doesn't bang. She knocks again.
Are you blind?
Finch, open the goddamn door.
I'm busy, okay? I am working.
Yeah, I was busy too. We need to talk.
The door like swings open entirely. There are parts of Finch's body kind of gone. Like I've removed some of the whatever the word is, mechanical stuff from myself, and they're like probably a couple wires plugged in at various places.
Mischa just kind of like strides
I'm not coming to dinner. This is too important.
We'll talk about how you've never eaten my soup before later. That's not the most important thing I've got on my mind. What I do have on my mind is some fucking weird voices. You telling me you...
I told you to come to me if you heard voices. Do you remember me saying that to you?
Well, I'm here, Finch. Here I am. And I don't like having voices in my head, let me tell you.
Look, you get used to it. It's... Okay, come here.
And no, I don't want to get used to it. I don't want to get used to voices in my head.
We can solve. They might have a cure for what happens to you when you drink the void water. We can cure Oriole. We can cure... Look, this can help. You agreed with me earlier. You said you did.
Agreed.
You said it could be a good thing. Give it a chance.
That's because I didn't know what the fuck you were talking about. I had no idea what the fucking internet is, Finch. But all I know is that Robyn went out and brought some machine back.
Yeah, come see it.
And you put some other thing in me, and Finch,
You're connected now, okay? You're connected to me. You're connected to this.
Connected? How? Is this like the void?
Internet. No, it's not the void. It's completely
What is the
opposite to
internet?
void. Jesus, it's too complicated to explain, okay? Just, I can hear you sometimes now. It unites us.
Finch, we were
What?
already united. What do you think is the point of being a community? Why do you think I have these dinners? Well, we don't need the fucking internet or whatever to be connected. We just need to spend time together.
I don't know if there's anyone else out there yet that's figured this out, but we can talk to people across the globe. Isn't that exciting? Look, I mean, what we have here is great, but it can be better.
Yeah, it can be better, but we don't need people across the globe. What can they do for us? They can't grow us more vegetables. They can't get us good animals to eat. They can't build us new beds to sleep in. What the fuck can people across the globe do for us?
Knowledge. Sharing information.
I don't know, Finch. This can't end well. Nothing good has come from outside of this enclave. Every time we go out there, we just bring back more trouble. Now you're saying we're going to connect somehow to everything out there? That sounds like a good idea to you?
Not everything. Well, potentially everything that's a possibility, but we can choose. Look, I built a lot of these things here. It's not all from outside.
Building the internet this whole time?
Don't look so fucking betrayed. I kind of want to call scene here and go to someone else.
Okay, great.
That was good. Good job.
All right. PD was listening from outside. Was using my regular move, quietly gather information. So PD heard all this conversation, and they're just leaving quietly, like they don't want anyone to know they know about this.
Because I do have cameras set up
Okay.
in a lot of places. I think we get this shot of the bank of screens, and like on one of them in a corner, it's you outside the door, but like no one sees it because you're too busy arguing.
Yeah, that's great. I think that's amazing. And I don't know who could help, but I think I agree with Mischa. So I'll head back and I'll see if I can like talk to Mischa in private later.
What's going on back at dinner?
Is there anyone at dinner? None of us are at dinner right now.
Oh, where's Robyn?
I think you and me are still like upstairs with Domino.
You're still upstairs. Okay.
Yeah. And like if Domino's still awake, then I want to use a strong move to ask how I could put Domino at ease. Like I don't know if he knows his sickness well enough to be able to
we can answer this out of game as well, because he's dying.
Oh, that's bad.
So.
Oh no.
Put him out of his misery.
You can kill him.
I don't want to
give him painkillers or like put him under. But he's dying. He drank the void water.
I mean, it's probably something that we would recognize, right? like we would know the symptoms of the void water, I think, at this point.
Right. That he's like, if he was drinking it for like weeks at a time.
He got into a situation where he like ran out of iodine pills and was like, last legs. What am I gonna do?
Okay. So I think he like passes out, and so like Lark and I are there in the room with him, and yeah, I'll ask if you ever seen anyone this far gone. I mean, you never got like this, did you?
No.
Fuck. This is usually like something that, like,
This
is usually something that like Mischa deals with, and I don't want to have her.
I know what it is. Finch is the person to deal with this. This is what Oriole was like. I remember I was here and I saw them. I mean, it could be a million things. There's a lot of things that make you, weak and vomit a lot. But this is what Oriole was like when I was here not long after they drank the void water and I saw them. I don't know. It feels the same.
Yeah, but I mean, Oriole's got a young bodies heal different, and I don't know what we can. I'd love to be able to help him. I don't know if we can.
I mean, I think Finch is definitely the person to ask, though. I don't know. I don't know what they do for Oriole, but I know they're keeping him alive.
Okay, fuck. Okay, I'll go get them. Do you want to stay here with?
I'll stay here with him.
Okay. And like I'll toss you my flask and say like I know it's tough. Like, yeah, and so I'll head downstairs and go back across the water. And so like we presumably have had boats now back and forth all night. Cool. Then I will. Yeah, I'm gonna go across the water to Finch. And so I don't know if Pity and Mischa are still there at this point, or if we're crossing the water at the same time, or I don't know. What do you two think?
For Mischa, yeah, I think that sounds kind of cool. If like our boats are kind of heading in opposite directions, and I'm just kind of like gesturing at you as I go by.
Peter, oh, sorry.
Well, I was just going to ask what kind of gesture.
Like, what is going on, Robyn?
Oh, okay. Gesture. Okay, yeah. I don't respond with a different gesture.
Okay.
Sorry, Pity.
And as Robyn delays Mischa's boat departure, Pity has time to catch up because Pity didn't want to be noticed as like spying on Mischa and Finch. So Pity arrives to the dock at this point.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, and like as I pull the boat up to the dock, I just kind of like eye Pity, and I know that you have you've got obviously responsibilities and stuff over here. So I just mentally note that, oh, you probably brought some soup over for Lara, and go up to I'd go up to Finch's, unless I'm still a little bit weirded out from having shared that moment that we shared earlier. So unless you want to have a scene here, I'm a little ugh. I will talk to you later, Pity.
Oh, I think that's fine. It was that was too much intimacy too soon. So
right?
Question. As you guys are crossing, what echo do you get from that encounter?
The boat that I'm taking across. I'm going to assume that it's something with like a small motor on it, and the engine to me just sounds like briefly like a medical bone saw spinning. Just I turn the throttle on it and I just hear that like what I expect to be kind of like a just like gurgling in the water as the engine revs up, becomes that like high pitched whine. This was the Psychic Maelstrom, right?
Yeah, I'm just kind of pulling at everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Joa, did you want to add anything from the echo?
Oh, I was gonna say that PD heard exactly the same, and they knew Robyn was having the same echo because they could see it in Robyn's face. So they just had like a quick, like they quickly looked into each other's eyes and like looked away. They were like,
yeah. You see my jaw just like clenched as I hear that sound. So yeah, like I come on up to Finch's, like I see the note on the door, and I'm like something Robyn, and then like Robyn's distinctive knock. It's just some pattern that she always knocks with.
Question, Ben. How did Mischa and Finch leave things? Because that didn't feel quite like I'm going to leave now conversation.
I think it would probably be like, yeah, the conversation starts going around in circles a little bit, and Mischa's just like, Finch, I have to get back to my dinner. We'll talk about this later.
You know where to find me.
So
the door kind of swings open. What? Oh, hi.
Like I look, like I see your shoulder, and I'm like, Finch, what the fuck have you been doing?
What? It's fine. What do you have?
How's Oriole doing? No reason.
I haven't seen him in a couple days, but usually they get in contact if they need me. Why?
Because did you meet that person that came back with us from the wasteland, Domino?
Another one? Does he need his leg fixed?
He's no. He's I think he's really sick, and I don't know if there's anything. I mean, I know what I could do for him, and I don't want to have to do that if I don't have to do that for him. And I don't know if there's anything that you can do for him, but
look, I've kind of got a lot on my plate now. Do you think he can wait?
I really don't.
Can someone pick up the Psychic Maelstrom card and ask me questions?
Oh yeah, someone should do that.
Because I think there's this kind of, he just experienced it again. And I kind of think I get like an echo of that.
Ooh, nice.
Not the same sound, but...
So, Finch, what's the time you thought you were going to die?
I think whoever helped me do all of this, it went really bad at some point. And they had to wake me up, like during surgery. And like, I think my chest was also open. And so we get like that weird cut of like Mischa's chest opened, Robyn's, Pity's, and then mine at the end.
What happened when you woke up? What was that like?
I think they told me, like point blank, you're going to die. Like I'm gonna do the best I can, but it looks bad. I'm so sorry. And I think I kind of like fade out again at that point. And somehow like they fixed it. It didn't go as badly as they thought. But yeah, like I can, in that moment, standing there with Robyn, I think I get like my chest hurts again, like it did. And just like part of my body is missing now. And it's like, oh, I remember when that happened. I remember what that felt like, that sense of loss, and then also being made whole again in a different way. And I thought and think a better way.
So, like, feeling this again, like for the second time in like 6 hours, like I'm immediately drawn to drawn right back to where Domino is, and I know that it's like it's not the same thing, but it's someone that needs help, and it's someone that I think only only Finch might be able to help. And so like holding my chest, like I just I kind of like slump down to my knees, and I just say, there's nothing I can do for him. Look, whatever, if you can just help him, and like and we'll call us even, okay? Just whatever you can do. And I'm going to take a token and beg for mercy. Not mercy against violence, but beg you to show this poor person mercy.
And like still kind of like hand to their chest. I'll go. I'll see what I can do, if anything. If just don't get your hopes up, okay? Oriole was, we knew when it happened. It was hours after. We don't know when this person drank the water.
Just do what you can. And
yeah.
Should we who should we cut to from that?
Pity. Or Mischa. Or Lark.
Yeah.
We haven't seen anything from Lark in a while.
Pity, sorry, Bethany, would you like to go first? Because Pity and Mischa are together now, and we could have a scene, but if you want to go first.
Why don't... Okay, how about I do a scene, and then Pity and Mischa can sort of like walk in to the beanbag, the sacred beanbag lounge at the end.
Sure.
That way we can all end up in one place. Yeah, so I think I'm just sitting on the beanbag next to Domino's and like just waiting, and the dog is curled up in between us. And if he wakes up at all, I start talking about things that I've seen out in the wasteland, and asking, oh, did you ever go up here to this? There's a bunch of old brick buildings, and I want to just talk to him, like, just have a conversation, I think.
Yeah, up on that hill, yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever? Oh, I was not confessing anything, but I think I will now, maybe. What am I confessing? Oh, I don't know. I'll try to think of something to confess during the course of this.
And to be clear, just for me, the brick buildings, is that the marketplace or something different?
I think that was something different, but I definitely get to asking, oh, there's this, ever go to this compound that it's just like cinder block on the outside, but you go inside and it's really fancy.
I came up north from San Jose, but I met someone on the road who was from around here. That sounds familiar. What? And he throws up again. What is it?
Oh, no, I just I just remembered it today, and I hadn't thought about it in a long time. There was an old lady who used to live there, or I guess she lived there. I assume she lived there. Maybe she was just scavenging like me. But I don't know, it's...
I hope. Was she happy there? Do you think?
Probably. She defended it like it was her home. So, yeah, I think so.
In San Jose, I had a house with hedges out front, and I noticed you had a dog. I had one too. I think, am I gonna die? And he like reaches out and grabs your hand.
Yeah. I don't know.
Please.
I don't know. I hope not. We have someone here who's worked on somebody who drank the void water before, and that person is still alive. So you're not dead yet.
If I was still out in the wastelands, I know I would be. This
Same here.
place, it's something different, something better than anything I've seen out there.
There's good people here.
Even if I do die, I mean, I'm glad to have met you. All of you.
I'm glad you're here. I hope you can stay.
Yeah.
are you good with us cutting to?
Yeah, I think like
yeah.
maybe we just go on for that a little while. I think when you come in, oh God, Domino has like passed out again, and I think like Lark is also asleep on the like curled up on the beanbag chair and like still sort of reaching out and not holding his hand anymore, but like you could because he's turned away.
But you can tell that you were once holding hands.
Yeah, I think so, and that's when you come in.
That's nice. Yeah. So, what Pity wanted to talk to Mischa is first they told Mischa that they heard the whole conversation, that they kind of this is what happened on the boat now. I guess.
Do we want to do that scene? We can cut back a little bit.
Yeah, we can do that. We can like backtrack. Yeah. So yeah. So when Mischa is at her boat preparing to leave, Pity, and after that weird thing happened between Pity and Robyn, Pity asks if they can come with Mischa on the boat.
Yeah, Pity, of course.
Okay, they so Pity like walks in, sits, and after the boat takes off, they start telling, I'm sorry, but I heard your conversation with Finch. I know what's happening. Well, I know I pretty much as you, but I agree with you. That thing is bad.
I'm glad someone agrees with me. It seems like everybody's arguing with me these days.
I feel like that thing is calling attention to us. We have to do something about that. We can have that here in our enclave.
What do you mean something it's calling attention to us? What, do you know something?
I've seen something. It wasn't very clear, but the only thing that seemed clear is that someone's watching us through that thing. I don't know exactly how. I don't know who, but they seemed the people out there, the like people back in the cities, and I don't want them to come here. I'm sure you also don't.
God damn it. I knew whatever Finch was doing was trouble just looking at it. What should we do?
To be honest, I don't know. I think I wanted to walk in and just destroy that thing, but Finch was connected to it. And I didn't know what would happen.
Yeah, we don't need more violence right now, but Finch is obsessed with this thing. I think they're blinded. They don't see the danger that it's going to bring to us, and I don't know. Maybe if we can talk to the others and they can all convince Finch, or maybe more drastic measures will be taken, but we need to take it slow.
Yeah. Let's try your way first. Your way is what has kept our community together.
Thank you, Pity. I appreciate that. A little bit of faith is revitalizing. Tell me. What do you really think about me?
Whoa. I think I almost want to make a weak move too and ask how does this make me vulnerable? But I'll just answer. As I said, I know I'm never very warm to you, but I believe in your value to the community. I think you are really the one who brings us together. I also know that sometimes you, for whatever reason, use that in your advantage. I know you have been stockpiling food and hiding it from everyone. I don't have any reason to think you're doing that against the community, but that's not very transparent.
Yes, it's true. I just have a lot of trouble trusting people sometimes, Pity, and I just try to be careful, and I think I need to work on it. I need to trust people more. It's just hard.
Yeah, I think I understand. It's not that I don't trust people, but I'm just afraid. I'm afraid I'm gonna be hunted for what I am and for what I can do. Like it's some goddamn advantage to know how you're gonna die. Or sometimes know what someone did on their 6th birthday. Yeah, but
that's why this enclave is so important, because you're safe here and we accept you, and we don't want you here just for whatever you bring. We want you just for you.
that's I know. And I know I've never been warm to you or to anyone else here. But it's just because I'm scared. But I do feel safe here. And I came to talk to you because I'm afraid that something might ruin that safety.
Thank you, Pity. We'll figure this out, I'm sure. It's all gonna sort itself out. Let's just get back to dinner and try to enjoy the rest of the evening we have.
Sure. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. There's some parallel chat. It's very entertaining.
I'm sorry. I have a habit of just ruining the chat continuously.
No, that's very fun.
Can confirm.
Okay, so at this point, I would love to come up to the beanbag room and like cuddle up next to Lark, sleeping on the beanbag chair.
That's sweet.
PD's gonna sit on like a less comfortable chair, and like they're still feeling that something that's about to happen. Like there's this kind of bad omen in the air. So they're just like sitting by a window, like looking at the window, at the door. They look at the cuddle puddle at the corner. They're like, oh.
And it's getting fairly dark outside now. Night, I think, is pretty much fallen.
Are you looking for something to happen now? Because I have I can
I
volunteer.
have something. I just don't know if I should introduce it quite yet. Go for it if you've got something.
Okay. Yeah. So I think I'm dreaming, and I would like to accidentally open my brain.
Oh, good. So I have a question for. I'm gonna pick up the Psychic Maelstrom. I have a question for both Lark and Mischa. So, Lark, why don't you tell us what you're dreaming about, and then Mischa, why don't you tell us how that how the dream that Lark is having like manifests to you in the waking world?
Oh, I think there's an obvious answer to this, I guess. I'm dreaming about the thing that brought me back here, right? I'm cooking some fish that I caught over a campfire on this like little patch of dry land out in the marshes, and just kind of sitting on the ground, like throwing a stick for the dog, and just kind of, it's like a nice calm evening. And then a boat pulls up, and it's Shadow's gang. And I recognize Shadow. Like, I've run into her before. I know she's Adita's sister. I know she like occasionally goes to the Enclave, but she's never hurt me before. She's just like occasionally taken stuff as payment for crossing through her territory, right? So I stand up and I like go to greet her, and I'm like, okay, I've got some stuff in the boat. I can but yeah, one of the other gang members grabs me and I fight back, and they kick the shit out of me. And just when I think they're gonna stop and let me go finally, I notice that Shadow has a hand to her nose like this, and it's covered with blood, and I think, wow, I got in a good shot. And then no, no, that's my blood. And she's sniffing it. And she says something, I don't know what it is, to the others. It doesn't make any sense. And they grab me and like tie me up and throw me in the boat and take me somewhere. I don't know where. It's a long way, right? Or it seems like a long way, but I don't know, because I'm spending there's like a couple inches of water in the bottom of the boat, and I'm spending the entire time trying to keep my face out of it so I don't drown. So it seems like a really long time. And they take me to this place it's another little patch of dry land. It's got some picnic tables on it, and they like put me down on one of the picnic tables, and I think about, like, it reminds me of this really terrible book I had as a kid, where there's like these illustrations, and one of them is this woman on an altar about to be sacrificed to somebody's, elder gods or something. And it was really stupid, but I think that's about to happen to me, because there's a guy with a big knife and I'm tied up on this picnic table. But no, they cut open my arm and put it over just a little cooking pot and let my blood run into it. And I'm sure I'm gonna die. But I pass out and I wake up. I'm back on that little patch of ground where my boat's pulled up, and the campfire is long since burned out, and the dog is licking my face. I think it's a nightmare at first, but then I start to get up and everything hurts, and my leg is like locked up, like the joints won't bend, and there's a little kid's shirt tight around my arm that it's like the blood is soaked through. And get up and I get in the boat. All I can think about is coming here.
Oh, that's so bad. That's so good. Oh my god. So to reiterate my other question, Mischa, how does that manifest for you, like visibly in the waking world?
Okay, so Mischa is like curled up next to Lark, but not sleeping, eyes open, just contemplating what's gonna come next. And that's when she hears something, a muffled sound, and kind of looks to the doorway on the other side of the room, and a figure, just a shape, passes in front of the doorway, and she kind of snaps to attention, quietly gets up from Lark, making sure not to wake them, and heads to the doorway and kind of like peeks around the corner. Doesn't see anything at first, but then at the end of the corridor, she sees shadowy forms, one that she kind of recognizes as Shadow, and they're just kind of like kicking something, just like the sounds of like violence, like shoes hitting like a body, people kind of yelling, intermingled with like weird voices. She kind of like sneaks down the corridor to try and see what's happening, and we just see a lot of like shadowy movements in around corridors that she sees for a moment and hears voices. It's half the voices of Shadow and their gang, and mixed with these like weird radio signals that we've heard from the Society Intact, that are just kind of like intermingling in this weird audioscape as Mischa kind of creeps through these darkened hallways. And she eventually just kind of like everything disappears. She can't trace down any of these specters, and she finds herself back in front of the doorway to the room, where the beanbag room. And there she sees across the room is Lark, but she's just now lying in a pool of blood, just blood pouring from this massive wound in her arm, pooling all around her feet, like she's completely soaked in it. She cries out. Lark runs over to her, grabs her, and she's completely dry. There's no blood, but she's kind of grabbed her and just so stunned by the whole experience. She's just crying and like putting her face into Lark's clothing.
Awesome. I didn't have any follow-up from that. That's fair. Oh my god, that's so good.
I think I wake up and just takes a couple seconds to sort of realize what happened. Like, it doesn't make any sense, but I still think I realize what's going on, and just like grab hold of Mischa and cling to her, and like she's crying, and I'm like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's a dream, it's over.
Actually, I do have a question, Mischa. Is there anything about Lark that you're thinking as she wakes up and pulls you like out of this hallucinatory vision? What do you think about that, like, that can leak out?
Well, Mischa's just completely conflicted by this deal that she made, that she thought she was going to go through with, but now she can't possibly imagine going through with it. She is furious at Shadow. She's feeling rage. She's feeling violent.
That seems bad.
Lark, it was a dream, but not all dreams seem to stay in the sleeping realm these days, and I'm gonna fucking kill her.
Now who wants to do something stupid?
At least I have all of you to do it with me.
When you say all of you, you notice Pity is not in the room anymore.
Have you moved unseen?
Yeah, Pity is going back to Finch's place.
Are you taking Domino?
No,
Just
Pity moved like silently while you were sleeping. Like they need more
Just
answers.
pointing out, that is a strong move.
Oh, moving quietly?
Moving unseen.
Okay, so no problem. I'll spend a token.
But if people notice you moving, if you call attention to your leaving, you get one.
Yeah, that's true. I guess they were having the dream, so maybe like as they're having this discussion, Pete tries to leave unseen, but it like they notice, or I don't know what you think works best now. I have a token.
Domino wakes up and notices.
Yeah, but then Domino can't do anything because they're dying.
Hey, don't leave me.
He looks back and says, "I'm gonna try to bring help back." It's partly true. Because like at this point, Pity is more worried about their safety and the safety of the Enclave than this stranger. So.
Okay, so me. Yeah, Robyn, are you with me?
I hadn't placed myself anywhere. I was still back at the the birdhouse. I hadn't I hadn't placed myself at another thing. I don't know if I
Well,
like I came and begged you to go and help, but
So would
I
you
think
come with me, I guess is the question.
let's say
I'm
yes.
not leaving you alone in my workshop if that helps you decide.
Okay, well that's okay. That is, if nothing else, then as a professional courtesy, then yeah, obviously.
All right, so I laboriously unplug myself from some things, but like also take an armful of things with me.
Can I help you unplug from stuff?
Just don't touch any of that, okay? I don't want like your dirty, watery hands all over it. Just hold this. Are you strong enough for this? Yeah, you look strong enough. Just take it, hold it. Don't get too far away from me, please.
Because you're connected to this thing with like tubes or something.
Like USB cords.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll lug this thing around then.
And we will get on a boat. Yeah, I presume there's got to be a boat, but I look like you're not going to be able to borrow that again. The jet ski. And I gesture at the ruins.
Yeah, I wondered about that. But like I said, let's go when we're even.
I owe you a lot, you know. I have been keeping track.
And like the mental calculus of like what what this is going to cost is just like not coming. It's just not a factor for Robyn right now. Holding this whatever giant thing under one arm and like trying to use like I don't know if we've got an engine on this boat or if we need to row it. But like
let's give ourselves an engine.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking of like trying to use like my chin and my arm to like push us off. But okay, yeah. So we motor over to the back over to the cafeteria, and like I follow you up the stairs holding this thing that you're connected to, where you find Domino.
On the way up, I want to say, is it just because it's a life?
I mean, he's here now, and that's, I don't know if Mischa would call him one of us, but he's here, and that's what's important. We should do right by him.
Yeah. And we entered the room. So question for the table. Do we want to save this person or let them die? I do have some tokens I can spend.
I have tokens I can spend, but I don't have anything relevant in my strong moves.
Oh no, I just mean like your feelings as a player.
Right. I would like to save him, I think.
Okay.
I have a lot of tokens that I can use to bring out supplies that no one knew that I had, but that also seems cheaty.
All right,
I don't have strong feelings either way about whether he lives or dies.
Right.
Yeah, I think either works.
Yeah,
I think it's up to you, Sarah. You're
Thanks.
you have the character with the know-how or not, as it may be.
I guess that all depends on whether Finch thinks of Domino as a member of the community or not.
I mean, they feel a lot for Oriole, and like, this is enough of the same situation that it's like, okay, I got this. So I am going to have everything required to fix or make a thing right away. We're definitely going to have to bring him back to my quarters, but I can basically replace enough of them. They're him that he will be all right for now. It will require maintenance, but he'll live. And I think that takes most of the night. I think it's dawn when I finish.
Oh, I'm brewing so much coffee for the people who are there for this. I mean, it's who else is there as we're like I'm basically just like attending to to Finch's like Finch's needs during the surgery. Is this something that anyone else would even come for?
Do we want to just have everyone in the dining room again?
Question mark. I don't know.
Yes. Okay.
Sure,
Yeah, I think like in the interest of time, since we don't have a lot left, I'll abort my like incursion to Finch's place because I don't think it's going to make a lot of sense with the story now. So let's like rewind and forget that happened.
Wait, what did you have in mind?
I was thinking that Pity would go and try to break into Finch's lab and would have a moral dilemma with the whole internet machine, like whether they should destroy it or not.
Yeah, because the room is going to be occupied, but you can definitely like have
Yeah.
plans to do that later. We don't need to like rewind. It's just
Yeah.
what you
Okay.
need
Yeah. Sounds good.
Cut
for
to
season 2.
petty gatherings, some, you know, something flammable or like a hammer or something that is clearly meant to
Sure.
destroy the
Yeah. Sounds good.
And Robyn, as we cross back over, you see something swimming in the water. It looks like a dog, almost, and then you get this glint of light off of metal, like a reflection, a flash. And you see that it's one of the hyenas. And beyond it, you see boats, and in them are men with guns.